Hi, and welcome back to the Giving Project for Children's Read Alouds. Today's story is Snapsy the Alligator by Julie Falatko and pictures by Tim Miller. Snapsy the Alligator is trying to go about a very ordinary day when a narrator steps in to spice the story up with some slanderous claims. I wonder what will happen. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Snapsy the Alligator.
Did not ask to be in this book.
Snapsy the Alligator wasn't feeling like himself. His feet felt draggy. His skin felt baggy. His tail wouldn't swish this way and that. And worst of all, his big jaw wouldn't snap.
This is terrible. I'm just hungry. Why is this rude narrator trying to make it seem like I need a nap?
So, Snapsy went off in search for food. He walked along the edge of the pond. He scooted up the tall hill. He shimmied through the forest.
You are an awful narrator. You're just describing what you see in the illustrations,
said Snapsy. Snapsy, the big mean alligator, kept looking for food. He liked to eat tiny, defenseless birds and soft, fuzzy bunnies. He prowled through the forest looking for victims when he came to
It's just a store, a grocery store. It's where I get my food.
It's not what the narrator was leading towards. I wonder what's going to happen. Snapsy looked hungrily at the other shoppers while loading his cart with pudding, peanut butter, pita bread, and popcorn. That's a lot of P words. Snapsy the Alligator was particularly fond of a certain letter of the alphabet.
I don't only eat food that starts with the letter P. You don't have to make it seem like I only buy storybook food. I'm also buying cheddar, apples, pretzels, pasta, pear. Aha. It's just a coincidence.
Snapsy, the big, mean, hungry alligator, who only liked food that started with the letter P, carried his groceries back through the forest, back down the hill, back and around the pond until he got to a surprisingly lopsided shack.
Oh, you're really cheesing me off. It's my house. I built it myself. No narrators allowed.
Also, Snapsy the Alligator took his groceries into a splinter-laden shed and slammed the door quite hard. He was inside. Still inside. What he was doing in there? Was he making crafty plans? Was he roasting innocent forest creatures that he'd already stored in his freezer? Had he fallen asleep?
I made a peanut butter sandwich, and now I'm reading a book.
Well, you have to come out. The story is really boring now. If you must know, I'm planning a party. Snapsy the Alligator, trying to better his reputation with the other animals, decided to throw a party. Vroom! Snapsy vacuumed the rug. He made goodie bags for all of his guests. Wait, those aren't goodie bags. He's just taking out the garbage. Snapsy should really put out goodie bags for his guests. They love those.
You know what? I did not ask to be in this book. I was just having a normal day. And suddenly you were talking about what I was doing. So I'm throwing a party to make things more interesting. I hope you're happy. I just want you to buzz off. Thank you.
Have you left?
Okay, go ahead. I could hear your breathing.
Snapsy's party was shaping up to be quite a festivus event. Colorful streamers hung from the ceiling. There were cubes of cheese and a bowl of punch. Some kind of danceable music was playing, and then Snapsy's friends started to arrive. They were laughing and dancing. They weren't hungry or thirsty. They looked like they were having a really good time. Yes, a fine time indeed. ...
Oh, all right, you can come in.
Oh, gosh, me? The humble narrator? Well, I don't know. Let me check my calendar. I suppose I could come in for an hour or so. Someone has to demonstrate the proper dance steps. All the important guests had finally arrived, all while Snapsy's sharp teeth were still glinting menacingly. He was actually a lovely host.
Does anyone want pudding?
Aha!
Because pudding is really good.
And we all ate pudding, and we all did the chicken dance. We were really looking forward to Snapsy throwing parties like this every week.
Hey.
What do you think that means? Do you think that Snapsy's going to eat the narrator? Or are they just talking? We'll never know. Wow, that was a really silly book. In today's book, our author left the end really open-ended. So today for your activity, what I want you to do is I want you to continue this book or make chapter 2 of Snapsy the Alligator. What happens next? The party is concluded. The narrator's there. The narrator and Snapsy have a conversation, and then what happens? I would love to read these stories, or maybe you make a comic version or just a picture book. I'd love to see them. So have your parents send them to me at thegivingprojectforchildren@gmail.com or post them on social media. Maybe even record yourself reading it or showing us the pictures. We would love to see that. I love getting all the pictures that you send to me. It really warms my heart. So thank you so much for sharing today's book with me, Snapsy the Alligator, and let's continue to develop our love of reading together. Till next time.